On this episode of Break Stuff, Learn Something, I'm going to be showing you how the inspector works in Scrivener. With Scrivener open, you're going to go to the inspector, which is the eye in the blue circle in the upper right-hand corner. By clicking on that, you will open the inspector panel on the right side of the screen. On the first screen of the panel, there is synopsis, metadata, and document notes. The synopsis is the area that looks like an index card. Anything that is written in here will show up on the corkboard and in the outliner. You can change this from an index card to an image by clicking on the index card icon and selecting the image icon. To place an image there, just drag one that you have imported from your research, and the image will then show up on the corkboard. Rather than typing a summary into the synopsis card, you can also auto-generate a summary by clicking on the auto-generate button. This selects the first few sentences in a document. The general metadata section of the panel allows you to control all of your document's metadata. This includes the label, status, when it was created or modified, and whether or not it should be included in a compile. To select a label, just click on the drop-down menu and select one from the list. By clicking Edit, you can add one of your own labels by clicking the plus button and typing in the name of the label that you would like. You can do the same for status. Adding a label or status will allow it to show up in the corkboard and the outliner. The document notes section is exactly like it sounds. It's where you put notes from your document. These could be changes or things that you would like to reference later on. The second tab of the inspector looks like a library bookshelf. By clicking on that, you bring up the document references portion of the panel. Putting your references and research in this panel makes it easier for Scrivener to load because it doesn't have to load every document. By clicking the arrows, you can see document references or project references. To add references to this panel, click the plus button with the arrow. To add an internal reference, which is one that you have already imported, add internal references adds references that you have already imported into your Scrivener project file. Look up and add references will open your file browser. This will create a link to any file that you select, allowing you to access it without having to import it into Scrivener. Create external reference will allow you to plug in a website address to use it as a reference later. To delete any reference, just click the Remove button. The third panel of the inspector is the keyword panel. By clicking on the key icon, you can upload the keywords portion of the panel. In this panel, you can add keywords which can make your documents more searchable. Click the plus button and determine which keyword you would like to put in. To remove the keyword, just hit the Remove button. Clicking the gear will bring up a panel where you can also add and delete new keywords, which is pretty redundant, but it will also allow you to switch to Show Project Keywords. The fourth tab of the inspector is Custom Metadata, denoted here by the tag icon. This section in the Windows version is pretty useless because the outliner does not allow you to include keywords or much of your metadata in the outline. There's not really much you can do with this. It does give you more search terms to find specific things in your documents, but overall it's not extremely helpful. In contrast to custom metadata, the next tab is snapshots, shown here with a camera. Snapshots allow you to institute version control. By clicking the plus button and taking a snapshot of your document, this allows you to make major changes without having to worry about losing information. If it turns out that you don't like those changes, you can click Rollback, which will change the version back to the one it was previously. The final tab of the inspector is the Comments and Footnotes tab, shown with this in a speech bubble. This allows you to view all of your comments and footnotes for a document in one place. You don't have to scroll to find them. By clicking on a comment, you'll jump to where the comment is in the page. The same works for the footnotes. You can also expand and collapse these if you don't want to view them. These are extremely helpful for academic workflows and also for editing. To add a comment, highlight a section of text, and click on the plus sign. The same goes for footnote, but use the next button over. This has been a detailed view of Scrivener's Inspector. Thank you for watching.